Hello, and let's play Rise to Ruins. Rise to Ruins is a god game, kind of in the same vein of Populous and the Settlers and that kind of stuff. It's an early access, and this is InDev 26, so this game is by no means complete, but it's a lot of fun. So, let's start. Game on survival mode, and let's see. Narrow path. Sure, let's start here. So, I'm seeing a lot of people that are trying the game and having real trouble surviving past the first week or so. So let's see if I can help out. First thing you gotta do is place your camp. You want to make sure you've got plenty of wood and stone nearby. Other stuff is optional. So we'll place it right here. And a fixed amount of wood and stone pops in with my first 30 or so villagers. So we need to tell them to start harvesting more wood and stone, so let's get a big circle here and tell them start harvesting this wood and this wood and start harvesting stone. Alright guys, where are you going? I seem to have some lost people. Huh. Oh well, doesn't matter. Okay, this has been built. So first thing we need to do is get some farms up. Because we need to start making food, like, fast. We're also going to want to get some water up. So, fountain for people to drink from. And a few wells. Now, as a rule, I try not to have too many buildings going at once, but really early days, the stuff lying around seems to be a good plan. After I get food and water started, then I'll start building houses, well, tents at this level, for everybody. And then we'll start thinking about exactly how these people are going to defend themselves. So we got an entrance back here we'll need to plug. There's actually a blockage, you can't quite see it, so no one can go that way. And of course, big thing here, so we'll have to consider that for defense, because monsters will be coming starting day 2. Alright, set farmers, have farmers harvest some crops. Oh. Tell them to start harvesting crystal, although no one will for quite a while, because there's no need for it. There's more crystal over here, which is something to keep in mind, and more crystals over here. You can see my builders here are grabbing more stone. Builders can harvest both wood and stone but are terribly inefficient at it. We're going to have to get some dedicated harvesters soon. Yeah, there we go. They should be doing that. Wells are a good source of water because they operate in all seasons. They're not going to be our primary source of water. We're going to build water purifiers over here because the lake is poisoned. But that's for later. Now, the biggest problem right now is that I only have space for one more building. That's what the 7 out of 8 means. I need to upgrade my camp and build some ancillaries to have more building slots. So let's do both, actually. Let's start an ancillary here. And as soon as this makeshift well finishes being built, yeah, I'll tell the camp to upgrade. Both of those things will give us more building slots. Why do I have a wood golem out? That is genuinely weird. 2 of them. Wood golems I will build eventually and they'll defend my settlement. I'm not sure why we got them. Maybe I had them in limbo from a different map. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I absolutely need to get everyone in houses before, oh, what's it called? Summer hits, because then people will be too hot. But I really need water as well, so... we need a couple of rain catchers. Which will, they do exactly what it sounds like. They catch rain. My first tent, and I don't want to put too much pressure on people, so... don't want to have too many things building simultaneously. They tend to react to that badly. Okay, so I'm leaving extra space here because I'm eventually going to replace them with hovels. And tents are 4x4, but hovels are 5x5, so I need to keep some space. There's currently total housing 0, and that's not good. Oh, now we're up to 6. This guy is trapped. So let's free him. And he's going to freak out just for a little while because anytime you do magic, they tend to stop for a while. Alright, so these guys are poorly watered, these two farms. And makeshift wells, or wells in general, don't generate water that fast. So I'm going to cause a storm so we get some more water. The catch is that there'll be lightning strikes, so I'm going to cause the storm as far away from my village as I can. So the storm's over here, and my village is over here. So 18 out of 44 people have homes. That is, as they say, a good start. But during the winter they'll freeze, and during the summer they'll bake if they don't have proper homes. Now, since it's raining, everyone's moving slower, which is the downside, but we need the water. Now, this space over here I'm going to save for other buildings, so I'm not going to build my next tents there. I'm going to build the tents above my ancillary, because these are going to be temporary tents. Eventually I'll get everyone in proper hovels. Why don't I build hovels now? Because I don't have lumber boards. Oh, I'm at 15 out of 16... buildings, so actually the next thing I should build is an ancillary. And after that I can upgrade these ancillaries exactly once and still use basic materials. The second time I upgrade it, I'll start needing refined materials. Cut stone and lumber. Bunch of people going to their new home. See, currently got 36. This guy 42. Then one more house for 44. Well, it'll actually be 48. So, little headroom, just in case we got people wandering by that need a home. Okay, so now that, okay, I guess I was jumping the gun. Night has arrived, everything is calm. You're never going to see that message again. You will see a full moon, everything is calm, every 7 days or so, but not that particular one. So, once these two tents are done, we'll need to start thinking about defense. That means defensive towers. So, lumber shack. Let's build it right here. Yeah, we'll build it here. Actually, let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So oops. Did I leave a base of 7? Good. I want to do that because I want to fit one more small ancillary and farm in this space. Actually, I need one more organizer, and so I'm going to have to sacrifice builders. One of the questions is, how many farmers do you need? Well, at the beginning of the game, you are going to need all of them. If you get 2 farms, you're going to need 8 workers. Once you get tools, you can have less than that, usually about half. But it's going to be a little while before we have tools, because right now we need to worry about defense. Because we're going to have monsters spawning starting with day 2, where it'll be relatively light, and it'll eventually get nasty. Since I'm taking wood from here, I ought to take wood from here. Tell them to go harvest this stuff. How are we doing on water? A bit low, but we're okay for now. And now we can have full-time harvesters. Full-time harvesters are going to start out just as inefficient as the builders, but as you give them tools and upgrade the shack, things get better. So the next thing we need is to, well, the first thing we're going to build, actually, first defensive structure, is a bow tower, which means that we need a boyer to make arrows, which I know. I can already hear exactly what I'm thinking. A Fletcher makes arrows, not a boyer, but that's what he called it. So now I have 5 lumberjacks just going at it and constantly getting lumber. And yes, I'm going to do the opposite up here and have a dedicated harvester of stone. But first things first. Oh, the other thing I need to do, let's talk about lights. Here is a large fire pit. The area here with the squares is what you can build in. And so to extend your base, you need to build fire pits. Individual buildings radiate a little bit of light, if you will. If not actual light, at least they radiate claimed territory. Lights are fire pits like this are dedicated for that. So I will start building my towers out here. So fire pit number 1. Oh, and out of space. So let's upgrade these guys. No workers in my boyer. I will eventually add them once I get a tower up. Actually, no, I take that back. I'll start one guy now so he can get a head start on that kind of thing. I'm going to have to plug up that hole. As well as that hole. Okay. Oh, and here's our first monster, Child Zombie. Individually, they're not dangerous, but, you know, the big problem with monsters is they eventually come in large groups. So I won't be able to build any more things until these ancillaries are finished upgrading. Alright, so that one's finished. And until I get advanced materials, that's all I can, as far as I can take it. Now, when you're designing these, you're going to want a corridor for things to go down. So going to build one down here. Over here. And then one more. There are lots of patterns you could pick for this. This is the one I like. We'll eventually be building walls, so they have to go all the way over here and then around in order to attack the towers. But that's our future rather than our present. Mark them so they start taking crystals from here if they need it. Alright. $18 arrows. These makeshift bow towers can only hold 4 bundles of arrows each. So I'm okay for now. I know, the temptation at this point is to just keep building things and tell your workers just to sort it out themselves, but you really don't want to do that, because workers can die of exhaustion. I mean, yes, it's unlikely, but they can. So, you know, you don't want to set yourself up for failure. The other thing you need to watch is your food. My food is going up. I've got 22. And I will be building a kitchen to extend the life of my food as soon as I can, really. Alright. So remember what I did with here where I built a lumber shack and a boyer? I'm going to do much the same over here except for rocks. So rocks are made in a rock tumbler, but you see I can't because there's some tree stumps in the way. Not a problem. Tell them to pull them up. What I'm doing here is I'm rescuing these pieces of metal, raw ore. Oops, wrong one. And I'm doing that because late game you need as much metal as you can get, and there's always a shortage. So you don't want it to rot on the ground. Oh, nomads! Are they marked on the map yet? They are. I don't see them on the mini-map yet. Supposedly in the future they will be marked on the mini-map so you'll be able to instantly see where they are. They can probably make it to my town safely without my help. Yeah, they made it. But later on, when there are so many people around, it'll be a dangerous trek. Actually, let's not go do 20 builders. No, not lumberjacks, or organizers. So, let's see. I needed that rock tumbler. Out of spots. Right. So, I guess I have to upgrade my camp. And you, I'm going to put a pause on you because I don't want you built yet. So, I normally build the rock harvester and then build the tumbler, but because of where I'm building this, I wanted to make sure I had room for the rock tumbler first. Make sure I've got a nice compact town, at least the beginning, before, because eventually I'll build roads. Oh, right. Can't do that yet. Are you full? No, you're not full. You're not full. Because this is how much the storage has. And I can't upgrade it yet because I don't have cut stones. Oh. Got a zombie here. Let me put you there so that I don't have to worry about you anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna need more towers. Toot sweet. So let's see. For this one, I'm going to need to clear out more areas. Early game, there's a real limit on how much you can do just because you've got only 50 people. Eventually, you'll have far more people to work with. In fact, the difficulty will be you've got too many people and you need to start sending them to limbo just to get them out of your hair. Eventually, Ray's going to put in a mechanic where people get old and die off, but that's not in yet, so that's a problem. Now, what I'm doing is I'm putting the makeshift mining facility over the rock tumbler here, so they'll hopefully build it in the proper order. First the ancillary, then the mining facility, then the rock tumbler. Ate food. That's bad. Alright, guys. Harvest some of this crap. Early food production is very difficult. But once everything gets started, you're on a roll. Actually, you know what? Let's actually not do this. Let's manually pick it up for you. I do believe that 8 food, or whatever it was, includes what people are carrying on them. Okay, so now it's 30, so we're doing better. And the monsters have arrived, and since this is the first night, I'm going to be paying, or first night with monsters, obviously, it's really night 2. I'm going to be paying close attention and moving people that I think are a threat right here, so my towers can take them out. Yeah, those people deal with that. My first child. Children do not work, but they do eat. And they need space in the tents, so... my tents are almost full. Let's build another. Now, the reason why I want to replace the tents with small hovels is because tents can hold 6 people, small hovels can hold 24, but they still take the same amount of build space over here. I got 4 buildings being built. That's a little more than I probably should have. I should probably only have 2, but 4 is not ridiculous. Okay, so oh, that was the zombie attacking. There's a slight. I keep the screen shake on, even though I find screen shake annoying, because it's a good visual indicator that someone is attacking one of your buildings. And you kind of hope it's your towers, because the towers can defend themselves. Speaking of defense, let's go see if any of the mobsters have built things. Oh yeah, here's a graveyard spawn. Now, graveyard spawns add to the monster count, in this case undead. But we got Fire Blast here. And that will burn and eventually die out. See if I can get enough magic to cast Recall, then I can claim those materials for myself. Ah, there we go. And those materials go zooming off. I just want to show you that's possible. With my current strategy, I don't actually destroy spawners very often anymore. Or maybe more accurately, I don't destroy spawners that way. Yeah, these 3 towers just aren't cutting the mustard. Taking way too long to destroy a single zombie. That is absolutely expected, though. Okay, so 5 miners, 1 rock tumbler. Okay, another zombie. Shoot. Well, he's dead. Alright. Yeah, so people are going to sneak from behind. And that is indeed a problem. But, first things first, my front door is way too weak. So I'm going to need, and you guessed it, more towers. So, Bullet Tower. That's another very common early tower. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So I will have 3 each of the basic towers, and that will form the basis for my defense. And now it's mostly a matter of waiting for them to build it. I've got 5 miners doing their thing. I've got 5 lumberjacks doing their thing. I've got lightning striking my buildings, which is not something I'm happy with, but not much I can do at this time. Eventually we'll build lightning towers to protect my buildings. Another child. There are, in this game, there are 28 days to a year, and children grow into adults after 2 days. Okay. Someone's attacking something. Oh. Like I said, oh, there it is. Got a zombie over here. See the color that they are? They're poisoned. And unfortunately, at this point in the game, there's not much I can do about that. How are we doing on food? Not quite good enough. There we go. That'll help with the food situation. Actually, I think what I'll have to do next to make sure that no one starves is after these 3 towers get built. Collecting the mana that's dropped from the monsters. After this, I'm going to build a 3rd farm. This is a little earlier than I normally do that, but it's looking like this is going to be one of those maps where I need to. Okay, so I only have 3 boat towers, and they themselves can only hold 4 each, so that's 12. I've got 60 bundles of arrows. So any more than that, and I should probably shut off the arrow production. These 2 are talking to each other. That usually makes them happy, so I'll leave them alone. And my first makeshift bullet tower is ready. Oh, zombie. Hi, zombie. Oh, slime. Hello, small slime. Don't see where any other battle... Oh, there's a small slime up here. Yeah, after the farm, we're going to have to start plugging up the holes. Nomads. Alright, nomads, where are you hiding? There you are. You're pretty much here already, so... Oh, nope, you're going to fight a headless. Let's get you back to my town, quickly. So, these 6 towers can hold the front door for now. Okay. As soon as this is closer to being built, we'll start working on the holes in my defense. There will be some minor stuff that'll spawn back here, like this slime here. But that's not the big hole. The big hole is here and here. And as you can see, if I show you my claimed territory, I haven't claimed these areas yet. So, it's time to fix that. Claim here. Claim here. And we're going to have to upgrade my settlement to a large settlement. Okay. I would normally put more farmers in there, but somewhat limited at the moment. Oops. Didn't mean to pick up the wood, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're gonna need some more water soon, too. Because it's going to take that much red bar in order for me to grab water. Or cause a storm for more water. Of course, if it rains naturally, then that'll save me a lot of headache. Alright, so do I have enough to block this off? Yes, I do. Yay! So let's put a temporary wall here. Yes, it's made of stone, but this is temporary. We will be putting in a more permanent wall, or at least better defenses, in a bit. And no, walls aren't affected by the building cap. Yeah, let's take you down here so you don't attack my builders. Alright, do I... No, I need to build one more fire pit here. So, before I can claim that area. I'll also need to build a fire pit up here because, as you... Oops. This area here, you notice, isn't properly claimed yet. And so monsters can spawn in this area. I will need to fix that. Okay, this is built, so unless this is beaten down by lightning or something. Oh, what are you doing way over there? Oh, I know. There was one of my builders that ended up on this side of the wall and was trying to get back. And fire pit's lit. Alright, now we've got to think about... we're going to need better water supply. So... rain catchers. No, not rain catchers, water purifiers. And I'm going to put it up because eventually I'll extend this part of the lake out. And I'm keeping one distance here from my tents because remember I'm going to replace them with small hovels. Okay, good. You're all on the correct side of the wall. How many water masters do I have? 5. Oh. 80 bundles of arrows is a bit much at this point. I'll eventually build some extra storage so I can store lots of arrows, but right now that's bad. And start harvesting dirty water. Okay, full. Oh, that's bad. 'Cause okay, I didn't want to do this so soon, but I'm going to have to build a mineral storage. Yeah. Make sure I don't lose any minerals. Oh. I don't need to make it rain, so instead, I think I'll grab a bunch of wood. Who's fighting? And where? Oh, there was a child zombie there. Yeah, they're gonna... Oh, and... So, lesson learned. I need to claim this area as well. As well as this area. But first I want to get the water situation taken care of. See, this still requires only basic materials, so I can upgrade that. And once again, I don't want to put too much stress on my builders. Oh dear. He broke through. That's bad. So hopefully they'll start repairing that wall soon. And according to my timer, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to stop this record here. In part 2, I'll continue with this. See you then.